shit is hitting the fan in Nintendo land. And for once, it's actually not Chris Pratt's fault. But can we still blame Chris Pratt though? Because everything that has transpired has all gone downhill ever since that Super Mario trailer came out. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Test the Fifth, and for today's video we are going to be delving into the realm of Nintendo with one of their games coming up on the horizon, which is Bayonetta 3. However, there are certain changes that have not really been delved into with the game's release, and one of these biggest changes has been the voice actress for Bayonetta. Platinum Games calls themselves releasing a statement saying that, well, Hellena Taylor's schedule was conflicting with the production of the game, therefore the two couldn't see eye to eye and they had to go with someone else. Cool, right? Not cool, because just like Babylon's Fall, Platinum Games did not see Hellena Taylor speaking out today. So I'm briefly going to summarize these three videos. In the first video, Hellena Taylor comes straight up to the front of the line herself and explains to us that with her acting background, she is very well experienced. And by the way, Lambda, that is a prestigious acting school, so she is formally and properly well trained in acting. She also has a lot of experience, and she discloses that Bayonetta as a series, not including merchandise like toys, figurines, and Funko Pops, has made $450 million. Now, to self-insert real quick, I did not expect for Bayonetta to make that much money. Maybe like a brisk of 100, but $450 million for a series like Bayonetta? That was a shocker to me. Which leads to another revelation by Hellena Taylor. The offer that she received for all of Bayonetta 3, $4,000. Now you might be thinking $4,000 is not that bad of an offer, is it? Let me reiterate that Hellena Taylor expresses sternly that the final offer for all of Bayonetta 3 is a flat rate of $4,000. What does that mean? That means that the initial offer for her to do Bayonetta 3 was lower than $4,000. Segueing for her to ask fans to boycott Bayonetta 3, but not just boycott Bayonetta 3 by not giving them your money, but to just go and give that money to charity if you want to. And what I appreciate about Hellena Taylor's approach is that she ends the video on it. Look, I'm not looking for $1 million or $6 billion. All I want is a decent, livable wage for my role as a 10+ year character for a 10+ year game funded by a major video game company. On top of also being aware enough to realize that, yes, what they did was legal and they can get away with it. Just because it's legal, does that really make it moral to do? In the second video, Hellena Taylor talks about the fact that there is such a stark difference between her as herself and also between the role of Bayonetta. Now, I've watched a few Hellena Taylor interviews where, to be honest, Hellena Taylor is absolutely different from Bayonetta. She has spoken at conventions where she publicly expresses that she and Bayonetta are nowhere even in the vicinity of being the same person. But in this video, she expresses that she admires the strong qualities that Bayonetta possesses. Finding these strong qualities from Bayonetta within Hellena herself is what prompted Hellena to speak out against Platinum Games and Nintendo. She goes on further to talk about how the stress from this particular situation has caused her anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts, literally declaring that she is not afraid to break an NDA. She can barely afford to rent a car, and the only thing that Platinum Games and Nintendo could even attempt to take from her is the clothes off of her back. In the third and final video, Hellena Taylor discusses, because of the natural deterioration and changes that one's voice can make over time, she had to re-audition as Bayonetta, and to no one's surprise, she ended up getting the reprisal. The offer that they sent her for the reprisal of Bayonetta was a very insulting offer. This offer was insulting enough to prompt Hellena to directly go to Kamiya herself via the help of a friend who understands and knows Japanese to help write the message that she wants to relay to Kamiya, that she deserved to be paid more. According to Hellena, she knows that Kamiya read a letter because Kamiya allegedly replied back to her, stating that he felt gratitude towards her role as Bayonetta and how the fans would love to see her voicing Bayonetta once again, and how his most fun memory of Hellena is when he met Hellena for the first time. And it's after this exchange with Kamiya is when Hellena is given the $4,000 final offer as Bayonetta. Ending her final remarks on the matter, Hellena Taylor talks about the fact that Platinum Games claimed that there was a schedule difference that would allow her to not reprise as Bayonetta, to which Hellena expresses without hesitation.
Platinum had the cheek to say that I was busy, that they couldn't make it work with Miss Taylor's schedule. Well, I had nothing but time.
She had all the time in the world to voice Bayonetta. There was no scheduling conflict whatsoever. From there, Hellena briefly touches on Jennifer Hale. Hellena is respectfully saying that Jennifer Hale has no claim to being the voice of Bayonetta, when Hellena herself is associated with being the voice of Bayonetta. I feel like Jennifer Hale being brought up was kind of unnecessary because Jennifer Hale is a bystander in this. She didn't ask Platinum Games to replace Hellena Taylor with her. I'm sure Jennifer Hale saw this gig like every other gig that she's done and applied to it, auditioned for it, and probably even got offered by Nintendo or Platinum Games themselves to do the role. I can't really fault Jennifer Hale, and nor is Jennifer Hale a villain in this situation. If there's anybody to be upset about, it is Nintendo and Platinum Games for how they are handling the situation, and not only that, but how they're not really doing a good job of paying their voice actors. But the biggest middle finger that Hellena delivered to Platinum Games and Nintendo herself, the final statement that Hellena Taylor makes is revealing that Platinum Games will possibly be making a Jean spin-off game.
They'll probably try and do a spin-off with Jan. Don't buy that either.
She also asks fans to boycott that game as well. But that is it for the summary of these 3 Hellena Taylor videos. I don't give a shit about the whole crap that people are trying to make with the excuses and, oh, did she do this and that? Well, why did this? And I'm not here for that. What I am here for is to vividly and publicly express that I am in full support of Hellena Taylor because, one, she, like many other voice actors in the industry, are publicly coming out and stating about how the dubbing, especially in Japanese video games and anime, pays atrociously. Let's use another highly popular anime in Japan that's doing a lot of numbers. Jujutsu Kaisen came out with a new movie called Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. Guess how much the English voice actors for Jujutsu Kaisen Zero got paid? $1,000? That's way too high. Let's come down about 3 times that amount. If they got paid $150 for dubbing their character for the entirety of the movie, someone might say that's an unfortunate situation when it comes to the Western side of voice acting. But in Japan, voice actors in Japan are getting paid much more because they go to voice acting school, and the voice acting schools are prestigious and they carefully and seriously hone their craft. And oh my God, they're getting severely underpaid too in Japan? Even the seiyus? Nani gore? Yes, this is a problem that is not only affecting English voice acting dubs, but is a problem within the Japanese voice acting industry as well. And let me reiterate for those of you that keep thinking that these multi-million billion-dollar companies are just struggling for breadcrumbs, Demon Slayer is one of the biggest anime manga franchises in Japan. The Demon Slayer movie in Japan alone outgrossed Spirited Away, which was the all-time highest grossing film at the Japanese box office. So just like I'm letting you motherfuckers know that whoever has the license for Demon Slayer got a lot of money, Bayonetta to now be a first-party Nintendo game, Nintendo got a lot of fucking money. So there is no Nintendo is a brick-and-mortar mom-and-pop shop. No, these motherfuckers own Mario, Pikachu. We're not gonna sit here and act like Nintendo was your friendly neighborhood hobo. Like I stated earlier, Jennifer Hale is one of the most iconic voice actresses in the industry. Any other prominent English voice actors that you can think of, Jennifer Hale is standing shoulder to shoulder, and if not shoulder to shoulder, she is towering dominantly over the motherfuckers as one of the most famous voice actresses. If they didn't want to give Hellena Taylor more more money for Bayonetta, I know they gave up a good little chunk of money for Jennifer Hale. And by the way, while I'm already talking about people who are coming up with the most weirdest of excuses to justify a corporation screwing someone over, let me also get into the nitty-gritty of someone who might possibly say, if we just saw that in the new Bayonetta 3 trailer that the Bayo from 1 is being killed, well, wouldn't she have been offered $4,000 for such a small role? No, and here's where you're wrong, because of the fact that it's already been confirmed that the Japanese voice actress for Bayonetta is voicing every single Bayonetta in the Bayonetta 3 game. Why would there be a reason to change the voice in English? It was developed in mind to get a English actor first, and then eventually came around during its re-release on the Wii U to finally add a Japanese voice actress. Well, what does that mean, Tess? That means that Bayonetta was always designed first and foremost with an English voice actress. If you're out here thinking that Hellena Taylor got offered $4K possibly to just dub dying Bayonetta, you are wrong. Because if you just lay your keyboard fingers to rest and watch the newest Bayonetta trailer, do you not hear Jennifer Hale doing the voice of all of the Bayonettas? And I saw that there was a response from Platinum Games, Kamiya specifically, about the situation. As much as I would love to extend a understanding, possibly sympathetic ear to hearing Platinum Games side of the story, Hideki Kamiya has me blocked because I responded to someone who asked him a question in English. Now that everybody is talking about this story, and especially is breaking out in English, Kamiya greatly underestimates the power of the internet, with someone who is not blocked providing me with a screenshot of his response to Hellena Taylor's side of the story. And his screenshot is a very mature and understanding. Oh my god, why does he sound like Luca and Bayonetta 1 when he kept talking about how the truth will always be free and the truth can never hide from the truth? Jesus Christ, man. This is definitely the mature response to take, as everyone is casting a very glaring eye at your company. But I'm going to end this video though. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I will provide the link to Hellena Taylor's Twitter account down below so that you can go there directly and see the video for yourself. If you go and buy the game Bayonetta, it's okay. She is not gonna hold it against you. She's not gonna sit here and take your baby sibling and toss him over a cliff. But what she is hoping that you do, as someone who, if you got put in a situation where your boss or your company was screwing you over, would extend that same sympathy to someone else. And if you don't play the game, give the money to charity. She's not even looking for you to give it to her. And as always, until the next video, make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and let's fly to the moon, because bitch Earth is getting ghetto. Peace.